Nick! Who I saw at the door left me gasping for air. It can't be. My father and Nick?
Natalie, how could you do this? You've cheated on your fiancé. How could I have raised a daughter like you? You dirty little... Natalie, how could you do this?
No. I was drunk last night. I only came back to the room to rest. Why would that man...
Enough already! You want to blame someone else for what you've done? I only left for 6 months, and you're already this desperate?
Nick, please believe me. I didn't...
Just listening to you disgusts me. The engagement is off. I don't want to see you ever again. I've booked your plane ticket. Just pick up your stuff and leave the country now. Oh, and don't ever show off your face again.
Natalie, are you all right? Do you really want to know how you ended up in that room? Let me tell you. You were right, I put you there. What? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you ruining my life? I did it because I want to marry Nick. And I can't stand the thought of you being happy with him. Your father doesn't trust you either. No one trusts you in this world. Just leave the country and live somewhere else. Quietly. You ruined my life! What are you doing? It's not my fault!
Hey! Are you crazy? Are you really trying to kill your sister on top of breaking your own engagement?
You uneducated brat.
What's going on? How's the investigation going? Yes, it's Evan Wilson, sir. Evan? He dared to mess with me once again. I thought we had dealt with him already. What happened? And after that incident, his company went into bankruptcy and he held a grudge on you. Evan bribed the hotel's waiter and drugged you. Huh. That is unexpected. I checked. Evan booked a room in the hotel last night, but you didn't use it. What do you mean? If I didn't use the room, then who was the woman lying on my bed? She was a virgin. Go check the identity of the woman who was in my room immediately. Find out where she came from and why she was there. Right now. Yes, sir.
Cheryl had been clever and meticulous about her plan. She had covered her tracks well. She had wiped the hotel's surveillance tapes. I could never prove my innocence or find the man from that night. She just stood there, mocking me, pretending to be innocent, gloating as she watched me get kicked out of my own home with nowhere to go. I didn't even stay a night before I was packed off and sent out of the country. I lugged my heavy luggage onto the plane. I'd been exiled without knowing when I could return. "5 years. Has it really been that long? I'd been in England for 5 years. Would anyone remember me? Or even care? I didn't want to go back and see the people who had hurt me. But after my father's many threats about attending Cheryl and Nick's engagement, I knew I had to do something. He was a hateful man. He would not let my grandmother live peacefully. He could even hurt her. And I couldn't bear that. My grandmother is the closest person in the world to me. I wanted to bring her to England to spend the rest of her life with me, but she would never leave the country where her husband and daughter lived. I had no choice but to leave her behind. If it wasn't for my grandmother, I probably wouldn't ever go back. But I couldn't trust my father's anger.
Mom! What are you thinking?
Okay, sweetie. Now be a good boy and don't run around. Here's your toy.
Pew!
I had bought first-class tickets. In the past few years, I had suffered a lot from feeling rootless in a foreign country.
Are you okay, Mom?
I'm fine, sweetheart. Just a little thirsty. I don't know who he takes after. He's only 4 years old, but as sensible as a small adult. And he couldn't even take care of me.
Dang it. Watch where you're going.
I'm sorry.
Dang it, it ruined my pants.
It's a house built with snow and ice that are made into bricks.
Daddy? Daddy!
Daddy? I'm not your daddy.
Sorry, he must have made a mistake. Liam, let go of him. Let go.
How the heck did you raise your kid to randomly call people his father? Does his father know? Why did you become a mother if you couldn't give him a complete family? It would have been better not to have him at all than having him dangling on a random person.
His words stuck like a fishbone in my throat, mercilessly and viciously piercing my sore spot. What had happened on that fateful night was not my fault, and I had only found out that I was pregnant after I went abroad. I didn't even know the man from that night who had done this to me, much less what I should do. After a long period of indecision, I'd finally mustered up the courage to have the child. I had never regretted it, and I did not feel that someone I had never met could blame me for it. Sorry, but that's none of your business. He just accidentally spilled water on you and mistook you for someone else. You don't have the right to speak to me like that. I can teach my own child. I don't need you to give him a lesson.
You can teach your child? Then you should have taught him correctly, before things really happened. With a mother like you, I'm afraid he'll end up spoiled.
Well, then I really must thank you for your concern.
That woman. Are you okay, sir?
Liam, what happened to you just now? Did you call him Daddy?
He's my dad. I know. I could see him.
All right, no more messing around, okay? Long time no see, Natalie. I really missed you. Is that so?
Mommy, who are they?
This is my son, Liam. Sis, you're so mean. You didn't even tell me you got married? Did she, honey? Since it's come to this, what's the point of pretending? How can you look at yourself and not feel sick? You make me sick.
Feeling sick? Can't you remember all the shameless things you've done in the past? And this child, illegitimate son of that man?
Who are you calling illegitimate?
Are you really that naive, Natalie? I said he's illegitimate. He's going to have a miserable life.
How dare you say that about my child? Hey, how could you hit him? If you keep talking nonsense, I'll hit you too. I'm sick of your tricks.
Do you really think I won't hurt you?
You nasty people! Don't bully my mommy! Stop it! Stop it!
Hey, my little boy, when did you become so big ready to teach these guys a lesson?
Daddy, these two bad people are being mean. Please punish them.
Okay. Didn't I tell you to wait outside? How did you end up in this situation so quickly? This is why I can't do anything else.
Who knew we'd encounter such a crazy couple right outside the terminal? Forget them, darling. Let's go.
Oh, and you. Remember, before you try to teach someone else a lesson, take a good look in the mirror and see if you have the right to.
Thank you for helping us.
Thank you, Daddy. Mom, Daddy showed up and beat those bad guys for us like a superhero.
Don't shout. You can't just call someone daddy.
Why not, Mommy? Daddy helped us when those mean people who were bullying us.
I was stunned. Liam truly believed that this man was his father. I tried to explain to him that he just saw us being bullied by bad people, so the kind man had stepped in to help us. But Liam refused to believe me. Sorry again, but thanks again.
I pitied your child, so I helped you. So don't take my kindness as a charity that you can ask for any time. Oh, and I won't take responsibility for the actions of a woman like you.
A woman like me? I realized that he had heard Nick. Had heard the horrible word he used for Liam. I couldn't tolerate it. I would never let Liam be insulted. Stop the car.
Pardon?
Thank you for your help, but I don't need a man to protect me or my child. Here's the cab fare. I hope we never meet again. Come on, Liam. Granny! Natalie, my sweet granddaughter, I missed you so much. I wonder how much suffering you've endured while you were away. Now, where's my great-grandson? I finally felt like I was safe, like I belonged somewhere. Watching Liam and my grandma together, it made me realize that I could be happy. I showed Liam around my grandmother's garden, the place where I grew up and had so many memories of. It was a beautiful day, and I was happy, until I saw Nick and Cheryl drive up.
Hey, sister. Hi.
I don't think we have anything else to say to each other. Please don't bother me.
Do you think I wanted to come here? Daddy wants to see you. He wants you to come home.
I didn't want to go with them. I didn't want to face my family again, or go back to that home. But I knew my father well. How cruel he could be. I knew I had no choice. Ah, you're back. You must be tired from traveling. Was the flight okay? Are you hungry? Mary! Please prepare some food for Natalie. I know you don't like me. You don't have to do this.
Hey, what did you say to your mother? Huh? I sent you out of the country to reflect on your behavior, but instead you brought back up. Let me tell you, I will not accept him as part of the Davison family.
Dad, calm down. Don't get angry with her. Now that she's back, it won't be good for you to kick her out again. Besides, the child is innocent, and he's your grandson. I knew this would happen, but seeing it in person hurt the most. I'd worked hard all these years to reach the point where I was financially stable. I'd been through hell and risen up as a fighter. Now, I did not care what my father thought. Now it was my turn to tell them what I thought. None of you know what it was like for me. None of you cared. I was poor, starving on the streets. No place to sleep. Afraid and alone all the time. No one knows what it was like to take care of my son. None of you cared about me or my son. So why do you care now?
Well, Liam is my grandson.
Liam is my son. I don't care whether you accept him or not. I've only come back for the engagement party. After that, I'll leave.
You may come to the party, but you definitely can't bring your child. Just because you don't mind being shameless doesn't mean we are okay with you embarrassing the whole family.
Sure. I don't want to leave Liam with this crappy family for even a moment.
Natalie! I want to ask you, why did you call Cheryl a lying cheat? That you were sick of her tricks? What rights do you have to say something like that to her? You are the disgusting one.
Is there something else? Have you finished? You don't deserve to talk about what happened back then, Nick. After knowing each other for so long, you didn't even give me an ounce of trust. I was set up, and you left without asking a single question. We're even now. We don't owe each other anything. You can go right ahead. I won't stop you from living your life with a woman like Cheryl.
What do you mean? That you were set up?
Hey, I'm Natalie. If you're wondering what happens next, download the Pocket FM app now and listen to the exciting episodes of The Return.